Reparations means repair. So so for me, the first thing is, right, to repair oneself, one has to educate themselves. That means one has to be willing to go and open a dictionary and look up the word reparations, not just come on the radio and talk a whole heap of nonsense and ignorance. Because clearly you don't understand the word repair if you start talking about monetary aspects. Monetary is only part of that repair. It is one of the things in our system what we deal with, because we live in a capitalist system. But it's not the be and of everything. That's what needs to be made clear, because it's clear that people do not want to educate themselves. People don't really want to go to a book and pick up a book and look up what reparations really is, and that's where it starts.
Okay, Paul, can Brother Dougie come in here? He just wants to say something.
Welcome to come in. Welcome.
Yeah, yes, my brother. I feel your spirit, and your power, and I agree with you 100%. But you see, the question people ask, right? Or we speak to people about reparation and so forth, right? They say that, what's it got to do with me? What's going to do with slavery? I just want to bring it to because people out there are saying, well, why should I get involved in this? So I want to get your perspective. How do you deal with people like that?
Well, you know what I say, Brother Dougie, right? I don't know if you know who you're talking to, but I remember a time when you used to sell posters on the road.
Yeah.
Right? And I used to buy those posters from you, brother.
Seen.
Now, I used to buy them posters from you because I appreciated what you were doing. I liked the fact that you were supporting black people, and most of the posters you were selling were of black people. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're absolutely right, my buddy. Yeah, bring back some memory time, knowing a brethren.
Right. So sometimes when I was coming from work, I used to work in a legal office. Sometimes when I was coming from work, I felt it necessary, whether I needed the posters or not, to buy them, because I would find someone in my family who I could give them to. The reason being is because I appreciated and love what you were doing. I didn't look at it as the fact that, it was me. And this is the problem in our community. We're always looking at me. We don't look at the bigger picture, bro. Because it seems like the so-called education we've had, which I call indoctrination, has led us to this minute mindset, this narrow-minded mindset where it's always me. No, you have to look at the bigger picture, bro. You have to look at the future generations to come, right? And that's what reparations is about. Now, if somebody asks me that question, I think, personally, I'm not the one to deal with it. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't got the patience or the temperament. But I will pass them on to somebody who has got more patience than me and a better temper than me, who can possibly educate them what reparations is. Because if you have to ask that question, it's clearly that you haven't educated yourself. It's clearly that you haven't bothered to go and research the basics.
Yeah, but Paul, can I say that there are people that are at different stages of transitioning into their consciousness. So sometimes we have to allow for that, because some people like yourself can be so passionate that it becomes overwhelming for someone who's just coming in it,
Listen, Supreme, this is what I said to you. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a doer. I've never been a teacher. I just do. I just get it done. I'm not interested in... Look, brother, I built a computer business and I ended up with 18 contracts. And if I'd have listened to the long talk, it would have never happened. I'm not into that myself.
I hear what you're saying.
I have to be honest with you. Me, I'm not a teacher. I'm just a doer. I just go and do. I don't waste time listening to ifs and buts and maybes. I've never been like that, brother.
Yeah.
If it needs to be done, I'll get the job done. Now, those people who are like that, I would say to them that, you first and foremost, right, like my parents taught me, you have to have the will to do something, brother. If you haven't got the will to do something, brother, you're going to be left behind. This white man has put you in a race. That's why he calls the races. He's put you in a race. He don't care whether you get left behind. He don't care whether it's your intention you're going to come last, bruv. He doesn't care. So why should I care? Because this is what the situation we find ourselves in. So hear what now? Brother, I will explain to you and I'll talk to you and I'll try and educate you. But if you want to stay behind, bruv, I'm not going to come with you. I'm not going to be there. And this is what we've got to realize is, we're in a very, very crucial time, right? And it's a wake-up time. Now, if you choose not to wake up, what do you want me to do for you, bro? What do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to stay with you? No, that's not going to happen. Now, what I'm saying is, look, bro, look, I don't come from a poor. Look, my parents had business. I grew up in business. Both my parents were self-employed. Yeah, and they never ever took a bank loan. All the money they made off their own back. I saw that happen. I saw what they did. Yeah, so I find it very difficult when I hear a lot of now. I'm not saying that everybody had that experience, but I had that experience. So that's the way I tend to come.
Yeah, but Paul, can
let me just finish. I think that I know that. Like my father always told me, anything you want is possible, right? My brother won 2 BAFTAs. He never even went to university, right? He developed them skills. We developed them skills from the street. We developed them skills from spraying on the wall. And I can prove it. Mark Waters, go and check him out. He won 2 BAFTAs for his work, right? And that skill was built off spraying on the wall from graffiti. That's how we built it. So anything you want to do is possible, my brother.
Yeah, I actually agree with everything you say, but somebody has to take the time to have shown you something, because you said you haven't got the time, but somebody took the time to show you.
But brother, do you know? Let me explain what happened to me. When I used to work in law and I studied to be a lawyer, yeah, and I was quite bored in the legal office, and I wanted to do computers because I started off studying electronics, and I was thinking to myself, how can I do it the quick way? I was looking at courses. Some of them courses would have cost me 10, 15 grand. And I thought, well, I don't want to pay that. Yeah. So I got a group of friends together, and I can confirm this. 3 friends I got together, okay? And what we decided to do, what we were doing, we were buying computers, we were taking them apart, and we learned it, right? That's how I learned it. Taking them apart and fixing them, all right? And I had a shop. I had 8. I developed 8. I went back to the people I used to work for. I got 18. I ended up with 18 contracts, putting systems in schools and everything. Yeah. So, the question you asked me, right? I remember a time when I was going to people, a lot of black people who were involved, who had better knowledge than me. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be the truth. They didn't have time. They didn't have the time to educate me, or they didn't have the time to give me their knowledge, right? And I couldn't understand why. So I decided to forget them. And it's funny, when I had the business running and things were going smoothly, a lot of them come back. Funny enough, they just turned up, you know what I mean? Because things were going well, you know? And that's my experience, Bob. So at the end of the day, I can't lie, that's what happened. So I know in my heart of heart, if whatever you really want, right, it's down to you. It's down to the individual, right?
Yeah.
With the last caller, all I heard the last caller talking about was the problems. But yet he can't even come with one real solution. That to me is a total waste of time. It's like giving a bag of carcass, bro. I might as well give you a bag of water and say, just drink that when you're thirsty. That's rubbish, bro. I'm told you have to. If you're gonna knock something, well, put something on the table I can work with. Don't knock it and you can't come with a solution yourself.
Okay,
right?
Paul, can I just jump in there very quickly so that we can round up this conversation with you? Can you tell us one solution? Because you said he never gave a solution. Can you just give us one? And I don't mean it in a way to be disgruntled towards you, but just tell me one.
No. I can easily give you one solution, brother, because I've done a lot of research on this.
Yeah.
Let's look at it. Let's look at the experts. Okay, let me give you one solution. We were on the Reparation March yesterday, yeah?
Yeah, Monday.
I've worked with those people, yeah? I've come and seen the colour of their character. I know they're genuine people. I've seen the work they're doing, yeah? Now, the solution we are trying to build is to repair the mind first. Because, brother, it's pointless coming to me. Look, I can't come to you and you can, I mean, you work in business when you have not a clue about business, brother. You've never sold anything. You've never traded. You've never had no involvement in business. How are you going to make a success, brother? It's going to fail. So what I'm saying is, reparation is an attempt to repair the mind, and I know that's crucial. So that's the solution. The first solution is that you repair your mind. You can't get into nothing if your mind's not right, bruv. Or if you don't have no experience, or you don't have no track record. You're just waffling. People are asking for money, and they can't even prove they run a business, bruv. That's rubbish.
Okay.
So the solution is reparation. The solution is repair your mind.
Okay. So we're gonna log that down.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul. Is it Paul?
Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother.
Thank you very much for calling in.
Brother, all due respect to you.
And
carry on the good work. And I'm going to say this, bro. at least you had the courage and the bottle to come out and find out what's what. And I'm fed up with the long rubbish talk because those people are the same people. Do you know what I do? Truthfully, I like to ask their missus. Do you really look after his kids, bro? Because those are the same people who talk a lot of rubbish and they don't pay a penny for their children, bro. I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Big up yourself, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say, DJ Supreme? Can I just say that
Yeah.
in terms of like dealing with people with different mindsets, and he alluded to something himself, and the solution was in that. He said that he doesn't really have the temperament to deal with certain things, and one of the things that we've got to realize, and I hope the brother is listening as well. The reality is, self-made people in that context are in a minority.
Yeah.
Most people are not self-made, and they want somebody to show them the way. That is the reality. Very, very few people are gonna start from scratch and create something. Most people want somebody to lead them and give them a bit of direction.
Yeah, but you see, let's really focus on this, because if you look at most great leaders, they talk about Malcolm, Farrakhan, even Muhammad Ali, right? All great leaders, right? Where they come out of? They came out of organization. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, man, yeah.
They came out of organization, right? Now then, what I'm saying is this, right? That the way forward is organization.
Yeah.
You see, let's be clear, because I've been involved in organization all my life, right? Nearly all my life. Not people don't know it. From a young age, I've been involved in organization, right? Right? And I'm a product of organization, right? But you see, you're right. One of the questions is that, this thing where everyone come together and we have a magic wand and blah, blah, it's not going to happen that way, Bridget.
No,
you know what I mean? You're going to have some... Ego's not a bad thing, you know. Man, you got to balance your ego. You know, you need a certain amount of ego to be where you are. You know, you just got to be balanced. You know what I mean, right? And there always going to be challenges, right?
Always
going to be challenges, right? But again, you have to be mindful. It's like you do like anything. You do psychology. You do a little bit of them sometime. You know.
Yeah.
You know, deal people's personality, and as a wise teacher, you got to know how to deal with certain people, personality. Press their buttons. Which button you got to press?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So
absolutely,
it's not as simple as that. But obviously, we need to come together, right?
Yeah.
And part of coming together, it's about the healing as well, and deep people's personality. But the most important thing, I want people to understand what I say. What is your main purpose? What is your aim? What do you really want? Right? What do you really want? And people, if we know what we really want, and we focus around that, and it's about making a commitment.
Yeah.
You know, everything comes down to what you want and make a commitment to that focus, that purpose.
Yeah, of course, and you know, again, they did come out of organizations, and it's getting a balance between somebody like the brethren that just phoned, and then other people who are not necessarily dynamic in that way, but behind the scenes they're doing other things and making it tick. And you got to have a balance for an organization to work. You got to have a balance throughout the spectrum. The whole thing has to tick, and each person. The best sports teams are not the best players. It's the best combination of players. So the best combinations make the best teams.
You know, Paul said something, right? And Paul, I hear what he's saying. I kind of want to tell you, somebody has to take time out to show somebody something to move forward.
Yeah.
And why I say that, I remember working on the building site, right? And I was trying to do a certain task and I couldn't do it. And a man laughed at me, but I was trying. So I could be in the same situation as Paul.
Yeah.
But I came to a point where I said, I'm going to give up, child, this is not for me. And most of us get like, child, no, I ain't got no time for it now. I've tried and tried and not getting it right. I went home, I almost cried. I said, child, I'm giving it up. The next day I came and I said, child, I'm going to try again. Somebody took the time to show me.
Yeah.
And for them showing me and taking the time, you don't know how that just changed me to move forward.
Of course.
So sometimes we can't come on this thing. Well, one thing I've noticed is when people do not take time, people go out being very grudgeful. They say, you see that man there? I came to him for helping him, just ignored me. And there's certain scenarios that I have seen as a youngster that today is still with me. And that certain person, and I used to go to this shop and I was trying to get to know my culture.
Yeah.
And when I went in the shop, the man blanked me. And I felt as if I don't belong in here. Why? Because I was asking simple questions.
I think I know the brother that you're talking without mentioning his name.
I don't want to mention the place.
Yeah.
But I was asking simple things because I saw a picture on the wall that looked like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw art and craft and I said, wow, I was fascinated.
Yeah.
A simple question.
I think the said individual you're talking about, without mentioning his name, I believe that that said individual, he himself is probably one of the most educated individuals of colour that I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And because he is more read or more knowledgeable than 99.9% of the people that come into the shop. When people come into the shop and don't know that much, he's
frustrated.
Yeah, and it becomes frustrating. And I can tell you of somebody who I've been in that position where I've taught I can say this for a fact, every single year. I'm slightly diversing, but I'm relating it to what we're talking about. Every single year, every single place that I've worked as a lecturer teaching sports science, every year at the start, wherever I've been, at the start of the class, and I ask students, have you got any questions? Nobody not put up their hand. And I can guarantee you, by Christmas, somebody will ask me the same thing that I was asked at the beginning in the first week. And they will ask him, but guess what? For variety of reasons, they didn't want to say or admit that they didn't know in front of other people. That's reality. And that's something that the brethren that just found up. Somebody like him who's a self-made man, he will be in the minority. You understand? And most people I tend to be are not like that individual. Most people, and they'll have the question, but they won't ask. But it's the same thing, and they'll think, boy, I don't want to ask, I don't want to feel stupid. But they end up having to ask anyway. So most people, in terms of we're talking about the black solution, what is the solution for our people? Most people need to be shown. And then again, I'm not saying that as a position as if I'm self-righteous and I know more than anyone else. But that's reality.
I just want to add something here based on what Supreme was talking about in terms of his experience at work as a youngster coming through, and based on what Paul was reason was about, and I identify what Paul was talking about. But I think Ricardo would agree with me here, and he was Supreme, that you see, life is complex.
Yeah, man.
Right? Life is very complex, right? And you see, you go look at people's human needs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, let's put it into context, right? Why is it the church is very successful?
Yeah.
Because what? They deal with people's needs.
Yep.
Right? Whether you agree or not, they deal with people's so-called needs.
Yeah.
Care and love.
Yeah. And their instinctive needs.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? No, and you see, once you're able to deal with people's needs, right, which is love, care, security, people want to feel secure, in their life. Yeah. You would like to know, see, come home, someone blow down your flipping house door, you want to be secure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And
if you can fill people's needs, then you have people.
Yeah.
That's why organisation again is about you got to identify people as well. Because if someone is a sniper, you know how to wash dishes around the back there.
Yeah, of course.
You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
You identify this is his potential and you work with it. You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
You see what I'm saying? You're somewhat, you know, understand what I do with brethren.
Yeah.
You don't want to wash dishes. You know how to do that, brethren.
No.
If you know
If someone is a sniper, you have to put him out in the field. You have to put him in the field, you understand? So you must have, like you said there, division of labour.
Yeah.
So you've got a group, you've got your aim and your objectives, then once you identify your aim and your objectives, you have to divide up now who is going to do what job.
Yes.
And you have to delegate the right job to the right man.
Right man,
Yeah.
the right man and woman, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you have to identify certain individuals who can do this and that, and look at what they can do, what their potential is, and fill them in the position. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Can I just throw in, and I didn't want to go back and bring in the doom and gloom.
Yeah.
But we are a group of people that have been thrown into a situation.
True.
We haven't had time to sit down and reason back in the day and have a plan and become organised. So we are a people that I would say we are reactive people.
I don't think.
We
no,
only,
you know what it is.
We
You know what it
only,
is, Carlos?
no, we only come together
I don't
when
think,
something happens.
But I don't think
we're not
it's,
proactive, saying, you know what, why them can't do that again next time because we're gonna sit down.
Yeah.
We trust the way how I see our people. We're very reactive.
But when you say that, DJ Supreme, when you say that we're reactive, that really stems from the point that you've made. We've been thrown into a situation. I don't think that we're inherently like that. I believe that, and again, I notice that where I see the difference between when people talk about cultural differences between people from the continent and then people from the Caribbean. The cultural differences. The legacy of slavery has meant that we're reactionary because if you're, for example, I work with an organisation, it's a bicycle organisation, we're a community-based organisation, and I spend 60% of my time firefighting. And I'll use the term, and it's a sister of mine who was working in another organisation in South London, and she does project management. 99% of project managers who work in black organisations, the project managers, they spend most of their time firefighting. Okay, what does firefighting mean? What it means is that all you're doing is you're putting out a fire, and then as soon as you put out that fire, you're putting out the next one. And as soon as you put out that fire, you're putting out the next one. So you don't put out the fire, sit back, plan how we're going to build the next building to make sure that it don't burn down as quick. By the time you put that fire out, the next building they're on fire again. You understand? So Caribbean people, as a virtue of our legacy and our heritage, are habitually reactive. Yeah. That in some instances has been to our betterment. Example, not in Hillgate, 1948, we had to be reactionary. You understand? Because if we weren't, the Teddy Boy would have killed with. You understand? But there were times where we've had to be reactionary in order to physically stand up to certain confrontations. When it comes to other battles that we have to fight, once we've fought that, if you then go into other fields where you have to fight a battle, if you have to then take up a legal president, if you have to challenge the health authorities, if you have to challenge legislation, you can't be reactionary. You can't. You have to be strategic. So you have to be able to sit back and plan and organize. You understand? When you're in that situation, you have to. We're not talking about Tottenham riot, or we're not talking about Brixton riot, or we're not talking about Notting Hill Gate in the 50s and 60s when the Teddy Boy then was hunting down newly arrivals who'd come here in the Windrush. We're talking about something has happened. There's been an incident, and as a community, we've decided then, okay, then the police officer that's attacked this young man, whoever he is, he needs to be taken to task. So therefore, you need to mount a legal challenge. So you cannot go to the courthouse with stone and brick and bottle and mash up the courthouse. You have to go there with strategy. Yeah. So if you're habitually reactionary all the time, you're not going to be able to plan things. I think that is one of our biggest problems.
Well, I agree with you, but I just want to spin it wrong because I want to ride on what Supreme says, right? And I will use that we're emotional.
Yes.
We are emotional. We're not in control of our emotions.
No, we're not. We're not.
And that is the challenge you find our people in. And I think this is what Supreme was trying to bring. Because we tend to react a lot.
Yes.
And also our emotions.
Yeah. We're hot-blooded.
We're hot-blooded. And we get upset over any little thing.
Any
little thing.
Yeah.
And not get something you want, get vexed, you want chore stone, this and that. And become little bitches. You know
and I think that's a legacy again of to use the words inverted commas, a phrase that we felt the lash. If you feeling the lash of the whip, we've reacted. Our foreparents had to react and respond. So therefore, when you get the lash and the whipping in your back, you don't stand up. You understand? You move. So you react.
Yeah.
And then therefore we pass that on to our children. That we react and we respond. Somebody was making a joke that the only way to stop Usain Bolt from winning 100 meters is that the man that for stop you was gone because them far too much gone at Jamaica. That's why I'm run so fast. So again, it's a joke, but in jest. But the thing is, you're reactionary.
Yeah.
So we are Caribbean people have been habitually just reacting to a situation, and you're always fighting. So when you fight all the time and you're reacting, you don't know how to. It's like a boxer that's always counter-punching.
Yeah.
When you're always counter-punching, you're waiting for the man to throw a blow first, to throw one back. You're not leading, so you're not going into the ring and dominating from the middle and throwing your jab and setting up for the other shot. So therefore, the reactionary element of us, we need to be able to temper it. And sometimes, and I've spoken to people in the medical profession, certain doctors who are not of a Caribbean background, and they find it, they don't feel they haven't said it directly, but their body language suggests it, that they find it very difficult to work with brothers and sisters who are from a Caribbean background because they're not of that nature. They're not reactionary.
But can I just say something? And I'm kind of changing.
Yes, sir, brother.
I'm going to just change. And we as people, we're very funny when we see a black person act very English. Like, let's say, what's that fella who does the cooking?
Oh, Angela Harriet.
Yeah, we kind of look at him, and I'm going to use the term as a coconut. So when we think we're seen as the clown, even though we will be accepted, we've got the sort of the clown syndrome where to get through, I'll speak the Queen's English, and I'll be a bit buffoonery. I do. Then I watched Ainsley with amazement. I'll tell you why. When I found that he was Jamaican,
you couldn't believe it.
I said, no way.
And
talking about that, I think they went back to his legacy.
I've seen the thing. I've watched that. Who do you think we are?
It was
his cousin. His cousin's Jeffrey Dujon, actually. For those that don't know, West Indies wicketkeeper.
It was his family slave owners.
There's something about one of his one of his great grandmothers, I believe, that there was. I think they used to run a. What was it again? The slave owners, or they used to run a social house, for use of a better word. For a lot of the slave owners.
Okay, I'm just gonna touch on August the 6th.
Yes,
is going to be the anniversary of the so-called Tottenham riots.
Yes.
There is a march that's going to be marching from Broadwater Farm to Bernie Grant Arts Centre. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Anyone who's listening and knows about the march with because of the shooting of Mark Douglas. So it's become, we're looking in the 5th year.
Yeah.
Now, what has happened with that was would you say that was reactionary?
That was definitely reactionary.
Right, because
definitely.
The interesting thing about that riot that got me was the amount of money that was spent on Tottenham and so-called rebuilding Tottenham, but not rebuilding the people. And I find that strange that, a lot of money was thrown and a lot of premises and buildings. And it goes to show you, what do they value?
Yes, of course.
What do we spend our money on? Oh, we're going to spend the money on the road.
Of course.
We're going to spend the money on the buildings, and currently, your favourite football club seems to be benefiting for Tottenham.
Oh gosh.
The residents that have been there for years are now going to be. They're putting petition. You know that.
Of course.
Northumberland Park area might be licking down.
There's no
regeneration.
There's no might about it. I mean, the reality is, I'm not going to say anything that is controversial or anything that's going to bring me to disrepute or get me into any trouble, because it's the facts, it's reality. Tottenham Hotspurs is a big multinational organisation.
Well, you're not getting yourself in trouble because it's true.
Yeah, because it's true. Yeah. And Tottenham Hotspurs have infinitely more finances and resources than Haringey Council.
Yeah.
So Haringey Council are doing whatever they can to court Tottenham Hotspurs. Read into that as you may, and infer from that what you wish. But the reality is that they want Tottenham Hotspurs to be a linchpin organisation that brings outside finance into the borough of Haringey. So they're doing whatever they can to court them, and that's the reality.
Okay. All right, time 10 minutes past the hours of 8 UK. More Knowledge Show in the UK. My name Original Supreme. In the studio, brother Dougie from Find Your Voice. Also, Ricardo Johnson, a sports scientist. Studio number, right, for your calls, texts. Please feel free. I know we're only on the tuning app, but we can still be interactive. And I promise you, we won't bite. The studio number is 07539 602 999. Originally, I invited Ricardo Johnson because this weekend is the starting of the Olympics in Brazil.
Yes.
And I thought, let's try and, there's 7 areas of control, I do believe, and sports is one of the areas that, that people dominate in sports. And when we talk about sports, we're looking at the Olympics this weekend. It's amazing that when we look at it again, we are the main players in the, you're going to be seeing everybody, Jamaica, anyone who's flourishing is going to be of a Caribbean background.
Well, the sprints, if we're talking about from the 100 up to the 400, we're really talking about Jamaica being a force. Bahamas also are quite your countryman there, Daniel Bailey, is still a hot favourite in 100 and 200. And also as well, we've got the Cubans who are very, very good at the hurdles and the long jump and the triple jump. So if we're talking about the sprints, the Caribbean nations are quite dominant.
Now, Ricardo, if we're talking about long distance, I'm going to jump in here. Dougie's here.
Yes, sir.
You're born in Britain.
Yes, sir.
That's another thing that gets me. We're known as Great Britain in the Olympics, but that's another story. But you're born in Britain.
Yes, sir.
We have some black British, if that's the correct term,
yes,
running for Great Britain.
Yes.
But yet you see Jamaica running, or you see an African running. Yeah. Who does your heart want to win? But you're born in Britain.
Yeah. 100 metres, it's got to be Jamaica.
No, but more time. No, but what I'm saying, your heart always seems to go for the Caribbean or Africa.
Yeah,
of
course.
Of course. I find that quite strange because I'm saying, I'm proud to be born in Hackney, Mother's Hospital, and watch me fellow people from North London, East London running. But when I see them running in the world, I find allegiance to Africa and Jamaica and the Caribbean. I say, I wonder if this is a psychology thing. What happened to me? My ancestors are telling me something here. Where down the TV, ancestors say, what happened to you?
Yeah.
But it's true though. We do.
Well, I make it quite clear. I don't want England to do badly at any particular sport. I don't particularly want them to. I don't wish them any ill will. But when it comes to my thing is this. When it comes to athletics, my problem is with the States.
Great Britain?
No, is with the US and Jamaica. That's I don't have no issue with England because I've got that's another thing, because the collegiate system in America has exploited Caribbean athletes going to America for scholarships for decades. They've been exploiting them. And now that Jamaica can stand up and throw back to lick, I like it. If anything, I like to see the American athletes get beat. And then again, that's just something me personally. Just like how, when I'm watching cricket, I support West Indies. I want West Indies boss up England. That's how that's me. You understand?
But you're born in...
Yes, yeah. It's precisely for that reason. Yeah. You understand? Tony Gregg telling, West Indies.
You're going to be grovelling.
He's going to, Newsnight. For those who are old enough, they'll remember Tony Gregg went on Newsnight.
And you're still holding that grudge?
Yeah, of course.
A 30-year grudge.
He said he was going to make Clive Lewis grovel,
30.
Just a quick point, Ricardo. You must understand that some of the athletes will represent Canada and the USA. Jamaica and them,
Of course, exactly that as well. But a lot of people try to underplay that. That's the thing for me. A lot of people try to underplay that. Ben Johnson. Yeah. There's Inga Miller.
But how do you feel about people jumping nationality to just get in the team? Right?
I mean, it's
like, what? I'm part Canadian, but I'm part British. Yeah. But I'm going to Canada because I can get in easier in a team.
I mean, for certain things, there are natural reasons as to why that would take place. If there's certain economic or financial kind of reasons where if somebody can get a Canadian citizenship or British passport or whatever the case may be, and then as a result of that their family can get a bring in, then definitely there are reasons for that. But it's when people do that and then they try to palm it off like, you know what I mean, mate? I'm British through and through. That's when I have to take umbrage to that. You understand?
Okay, so what?
But tell you to start the short, man.
Currently, the sort of uproar in the Olympics at the moment, yeah. Right.
We're talking about the
Russians.
The Russians,
right.
yeah.
Now I can't understand what's
going on.
The man, they must have been on some heavy stuff, right? But must be, I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay. For the layperson who's not sure of that, let me explain what's actually happened. The scientists, the doctors and the medics and the sports scientists and the medical staff who have been working in Russia, who have been running the drug testing labs that have been testing their athletes, they're supposed to report back the results for the drugs, positive and negative test results, and they give them to the athletic authorities. Now, what's actually happened is that a Russian athlete has actually informed on Putin and told whistleblower. That's the correct terminology. I don't believe Europeans use the word informer, but we're going to say whistleblower. She's whistleblown on the Russian authorities to say that the results that they're getting in the lab, they've been falsifying them.
Yeah.
So what that means is that all of these doctors and sports scientists and medical staff and so on, they've all now been brought under disrepute, and the actual sports lab has actually been quarantined by the Athletics Association, and they said,
but why self-monitor? Why not say, what would be more of a deterrent if you say you gave your sample?
Yes.
But it's tested in Great Britain. Or did they think that it went to Great Britain and that we might tamper with it? Is that the problem?
Well, this is what's actually happened, yeah? When you run in an athletic meet, yeah, you get tested in that country.
Oh.
So therefore, if there's like the French Grand Prix or the French, like the Paris, or you've got the anniversary games that was in London. When Usain Bolt runs in London, for example, the British drug testing authorities will test you. You understand? That's what will happen. Yeah? You've got things called out of competition testing, and then you've got athletes that are training in the UK on a local basis. Yeah? The IOC or the Olympics Association, what they won't do, they won't send testers to every country. They'll have registered testers in each country, and then those testers will go to the British Olympic Authority, and then what they will do is that they will say, all right then, how many British UK athletes are there? And how many athletes need to be tested? And they'll have the list of names, and they'll go to all of them and they'll test them. And then they'll write up the report and go to the labs, get the results, and then somebody like me as a sports scientist, then I will be a registered tester. I will contact the international committee and says, right, all of these athletes, they're all British. I've tested 50 of them in the last 6 months, and these are the results. That's what will happen, because the IOC really, logistically, they're not in the position to have independent tester go to every single country. So there's a certain amount of it that each country has to take on for themselves. And then there's a certain amount that once you're holding an athletics tournament in that country for that weekend or that day, anybody, American, Jamaican, whatever, once they come there, your country tests them. Yeah? So that's what's happening. You understand? So with the Russian situation now, you've got the out of competition testing where when they're training, winter training, and there's no athletic season, they ain't got time to be testing people and sending people all over the place. So you have designated labs, and those labs have been seen to falsify their own Russian athletes' results. That's the problem.
Okay, talking about the Olympics, is there anyone that we've got to look out for in the Rio Olympics coming up this Friday, this big opening on Friday?
Yeah, Jamaica's got a young female sprinter who is close to be challenging Shelly Ann Fraser Price. It's 4 times now, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. So she's double barreled her name.
Say that again?
Shelly Ann Fraser Price.
Okay.
Is her name now. It was Shelly Ann Fraser, but she got married. So there's Elaine Thompson, who is a young sprinter, who is possibly somebody who's probably in terms of like all the female sprinters coming out of Jamaica, she's the closest one to potentially challenging Shelly Ann Fraser for the 100. There isn't on the men's side. It looks like it's the same athletes that are going to be in the men's team. There is a sprinter called Kamar Bailey Cole, who he's contracted the Zika virus, and he's confirmed that. Yeah.
And where did he contract this Zika virus?
I'm not sure.
Where is he from?
He's from Jamaica, and he's contracted the Zika virus. I'm not sure how he contracted it or where he was, to be quite honest.
Is the Zika virus, and it's strange because somebody on social media says Beanie Man has got Zika virus, but I thought the Zika virus mainly affects females.
Yeah.
In that if they're pregnant, that the baby will be deformed.
Yes. When you're below a certain age, your cell membrane in the brain is less developed as a small child. So therefore, it's more damaging for a young baby to have Zika virus and have permanent damage. And it can actually affect and damage the brain then as an adult.
This Zika thing is quite interesting. Is it because they've got mosquitoes that they've... I think they got GM...
The GM mosquitoes.
There's something going on where what they've been doing with the mosquitoes.
Yeah. There is some talk about that.
It seems to affect only pregnant women. This is the main issue because they were talking about the Zika virus from early this year, and it went quiet. And I thought possibly gone quiet because they need the cells. And they need people not to be scared to go to Brazil.
But apparently, one of the there are some athletes. I'm not sure if he's a tennis player.
Yeah.
I know that the Irish gentleman who plays golf.
Yeah.
Because golf is in the Olympics now, and he doesn't want to go. He said he's not going to Paris because I don't want to catch anything. But you know, so I don't know why he don't want to go. Like
and for the people that don't know, the Zika virus is spread by the mosquitoes. The mosquito biting.
Yes, yeah. So
I was under the impression.
The mosquito will spread the virus.
Not under the impression. Sorry, the little research I'd done.
Yeah.
They said that because females breathe out more. What do we breathe out? Is it more carbon?
Carbon dioxide.
No, dioxide, isn't it?
Yeah, carbon dioxide. Yeah.
Yeah, carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
That's what draws the
in your sleep. In your sleep.
And that if you're a certain blood type, that the mosquitoes are more attracted to you. That's the little research that I saw.
Is that I believe is that the O blood type?
Yeah, you might be correct in that.
Yeah, the O blood type. I think people who got.
So they're saying, you know, if you're going abroad, number one, don't have sex out there.
Yeah.
Number two, if you're pregnant, don't go out there. They're saying.
Yes.
And if you're that certain blood type, this is what was said earlier on in the year.
Yes.
And that scare was going also to. They were saying people not to travel to Jamaica. At one time.
Yes. Because because of the Caribbean, obviously the Caribbean is in the mosquito belt.
Yeah.
So anywhere up from Mexico, Miami, Caribbean, Central America, right the way down to like Brazil, and also parts of Africa, Central, Mid Africa, anywhere like that that's in the mosquito belt, as they say.
I might have to bring in the Minister of Health, Brother Dougie, in the next question, right? And you probably won't be able to answer it. What is the job of a mosquito? I always wonder, what mosquito? What you know, every insect have a purpose. I can't. What a mosquito do?
Yeah, that's a good question. One of the things that the mosquito does is that when it's taking your blood, it mixes up a solution. I'm trying not to upset people. It uses saliva, mix up a solution. And when it injects into your skin, what it does, it spits that solution into your blood. Like a
what do you call that thing? When you like an anesthetic.
Yeah. And then that allows it to then get a pool of blood and then start drinking. And then when it's adding its fill, it will take it will take the stem out and then it will fly off. Yeah, and that's what any infection or virus, that's what goes from person to person. That solution that they mix up and spit out. So when you got like something that, so this is about Beanie Man having the Zika virus. Beanie Man did have dengue fever at one point.
What about the chikungunya?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I know we did have dengue fever at one point. Dengue fever, yeah. And that is transferred through that as well. And malaria also is transferred through that. That is what transfers it. So I would, just by inferring from that, the mosquito moves the Zika virus by spitting that solution. Every time it lands, spits the solution, pricks, drinks the blood. Every time it spits into the person, that's what moves the virus from person to person.
But so are we saying?
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
That it's a
I'm a sports scientist.
It is bloodborne. It's not airborne.
No, it's
so
bloodborne.
If I was talking to you and you had it, I wouldn't catch it. Like,
no, you wouldn't.
Boy, the sports scientist, Mum Zika, you know. Nobody go rolling moles.
Come on, tell the student, everybody go and get Zika.
I'm a Zika warrior.
Yeah, so it is from what I've read and spoken to, and yes. It would be good if we had a microbiologist here.
Okay, we got a message. Thank you, Mama B.
Is that a microbiologist, Mama B? Are you a microbiologist?
No. She says parts of Florida has the virus too.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted, my brother. So yeah. You know what? I said to someone the other day, I was sleeping and I said, mosquito can be in England, innit? I'm sure mosquitoes is over here. Said no. Somebody said the weather. In England, it won't because we can't. It's the weather. It's the heat.
They do need that extreme heat. But actually, if you go on holiday and this is something that I've known for a fact. Car, I know that I bring couple through immigration, couple mosquito pass customs on my travels. So I know on one occasion I've brought in a couple of mosquitoes that I've got through immigration. They never have the passport. them traveling on my suitcase. Yeah. I remember in 1991. I remember, you know, but them fly out the suitcase, man. Yeah. Yeah, you can happen.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because they normally spray the plane, spray spray.
Yeah.
But do you?
They won't last though. They'll stay around for a few weeks.
Us. Let's say, like the Brazilians. Yeah. Yes. Let's say Brazilians. Let's say Jamaica. Let's Caribbeans and Americans. Have built up sort of an immune system, sort of they're immune. So, but when we come from the cold, do you think that we send off something to the mosquitoes to say, "Why? I smell my dinner," sort of thing? No.
Well, sickle cell is actually a physiological response to malaria.
Okay.
Because the sickle cell actually counteracts the malaria virus as a defense mechanism. So that is, again, what you say about people building up that's something that we've developed over hundreds of years. Yeah. Those of us who do have sickle cell traits, the purpose of it was for that. I don't know about dengue fever, and I don't know about and I don't obviously know enough about Zika.
Mama B's also said there are mosquitoes in England, especially if you live near a canal like I do, because they do seem to hover around water that is at a certain temperature, and at a certain temperature.
And when it's really, really hot, then those
humid,
humid, they can actually survive in and around as close to the river area as possible. But once they go too far away from it, then they won't get. Well, they don't last beyond September if they fly too far.
What, in England?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But we have bumblebee in it. them are bumblebee in Jamaica.
Them have wasp. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the other things about that's quite important, and you mentioned there about athletes, which is another controversial thing about people skipping nationality and things like that. You know, I was watching the European Championships, the football, and you know, so Poland are Brazilian footballer. You don't know that. Yeah. There's one Brazilian footballer who plays for Poland. You understand? So people look at
squeeze.
all kind of ways. And if you notice how many people from Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, Tanzania running long distance running, they're running for Sweden. They're running for Norway. They're running for Austria. They're running for Germany. All kind of nations they're running for. Yeah.
Hypothetical question I'm giving to you.
Yeah.
Right. What's a brother there named Mo Farah?
Yes.
He's got a twin brother.
Yeah.
Twin brother.
My twin. Yeah.
What happened if he run for England and his brother run for Somalia? You think that could ever happen?
Yeah, it can happen. Yeah, it can happen. It could happen. It can definitely happen.
Splitting the household, though.
Yeah, it was splitting the household. Well, I remember watching the documentary of Mo Farah. Mo Farah did say that his brother actually is a better runner than him.
Yeah?
Yeah. His brother's a better runner. And his brother doesn't do athletics. He's got his own business and all of that, and he's a family man.
Yeah.
But he's of no doubt that if his brother did take up athletics seriously like him, because when they were kids, he actually wanted to play football. And I think when he come to England, this PE teacher said, "You know what, Mo? I think you need to give up the football business, you know, because I don't think you're gonna get too far in it, you know. Have you tried athletics?"
Well, it's interesting because I was used to. How do back in the day? How do people get scouted for athletics? I always just wonder. Well, you know what?
Yeah. I don't know. With athletics, most people get scouted through your PE teacher, and your PE teacher would put you into like cross country running, like because you have regional competition. So like you'd have a cross country run for like the whole of southeast England, and you'd have like ones in north, south, east, west London, and then you go through to the finals and go through. So that's how you get spotted. And Kelly Holmes again, that happened to her in Kent.
Okay, we've got a caller on the line. Greetings, caller.
Greetings, caller.
Greetings to everybody in the studio.
Yes.
Greetings to the one and great man, Raz Ilo. How you doing, sir?
I'm cool, Supreme. How are you?
Nice to see you on the march, you know.
It was good, man. It was good to be there. So let me first say, big up all of them that turned up to the march. Trust.
Yeah.
And those that came to the Dougie's event too on Sunday.
Yeah, the crowdfunding event.
Yeah, the crowdfunding event. Just to make note, where were the brothers then?
Where were the brothers with?
At Dougie's show.
Where were the brothers? Sorry.
Where were the brothers were?
At the show on Sunday. There's more women than men.
Oh, okay. I can't really answer for that, right? I don't know what to say about that. We need more.
I know,
Yeah.
but they miss an opportunity. What a good show you put on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Give thanks, man.
Yes.
Nah, seriously, a good show. Crowdfunding, you know. You know how much money we can make and the men not there?
Truly. It's true.
They're the people look like, and it's a Sunday.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Where them gone? Them gone church or them gone football?
They gone football, probably.
Yeah, probably going football.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Football. Nah, man. That was a good show.
Yes, man. Give
Explain
thanks.
everything.
Mm.
And anybody who's serious about making money, them should have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Straight, them should have been there.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
No problem, man. I keep up the good work you do. And you too, Supreme.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Give thanks.
Yeah, when it comes to this thing about what we can do about the solution,
Okay.
Yes, my brother.
it's just positive action. Too much people are talking, now put the action behind their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's simple thing, because we don't understand the situation we're in. You have people that have like debate fun and other things that people are organized. People not interested, and now wake up. And big up Paul, a warrior.
Yes.
You understand? Big up Paul, the boy that called with the passion. Now worry yourself, King, because you are at a certain stage and you gonna make the path for us to come where you there.
Yeah. My brother, I in response to that, I wonder what did you hear my comment after Paul hung up about people being self-made and people being led? What's your opinion on that?
Well, my opinion is that a lot of us gonna wake up. Don't worry about when or if. A lot of us gonna wake up because there's too many of us now that are feeling something inside that I tell we something are wrong.
Yes.
We can't pinpoint it. We can't tell you when, but we know something are wrong.
Yes.
You understand? And the same thing Supreme said, which is true, each of us at a different stage.
Yes.
If it wasn't for this radio station, me doubt me would have get up.
Yes.
Straight. I'm not making a joke. Straight. I'm not lie.
Yes.
You have things on. You have a brother on there now talking about these sports and the Olympics. So much me I learn.
Yeah.
I mean, not into the sport.
Yes.
So what we are doing is like not you, but you guys are waking up those that want to be waked up.
Yes.
You understand? And then you got people like Minty and Mohammed now who are push them even further.
Yes.
And then people like you know that have the show is an opportunity for the person to come now, mix and mingle with other people.
Yes.
No, Supreme, the other woman there at the show, she had give me fruit punch and watermelon. Me I crave over it right now. Me I want it. Straight.
Yeah.
Me I want it now. And them is the kind of things we got to be dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, I understand that sometimes, even when I went to the show, there was a good crowd of people, but there could have been more.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to focus on. What we got to do, we're not going to get 100% of we people with we. We only want the 20%.
Yes.
Because the 20% they make sure that the other 80% move.
Yes, of course.
We have a situation where everybody has sit down and look for somebody to do something.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing because I'm waiting on Supreme. Supreme will be waiting on somebody else.
Yeah.
You understand? But the way we are and our youngsters and our elders like you, Brother Dougie, Supreme, Miami, when they not give up,
Yes.
what people don't realize, we've been fighting from the time of slavery.
Yeah, well
Yes.
said,
And
man.
we-
Well said.
Yes.
And we still fighting today.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's no wonder some might get weary and tired of the fight.
Yes.
Some might be just tired of fighting full stop.
Yes.
But people like Winner keep the fire burning.
Yes.
You understand? And that's why we are do what we have to do.
Yes.
And the youngsters, not worry about them. Them guys follow suit.
Yes.
The elders, like you guys, are teaching. All it is, who want to learn, have to learn.
Yes.
Who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Yes.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
So keep up the good work and do what we're doing. And the brother Ricardo, true what you say. You can't have a sniper and not put him at the hospital. It's not work.
Yeah.
It's not work.
No. You have to put him in a rightful position.
Yeah, him
That's
now
right.
watch no
That's
play.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
also to the black people, they're not panic
Yeah.
because they got those of us that ain't gonna ask no questions.
Yeah.
We gonna take what for we. We ain't asking.
No, we're not asking.
We-
We just have to deal with it.
That's right. We ain't coming down no road begging for nothing.
Yeah.
When we come down the road, we taking.
Yeah.
Because that is what one have done to us, and that is what we're going to do to them.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Simple things.
Yes, sir, brother.
But the only thing I'm worried about, positive action.
Yes. Yes.
Every person, I don't care who you are, where you live,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you got or what you ain't got. Spend with the money with black people.
Thank you.
Yes.
Go to the black people meeting.
Yes. Yes.
If you're not having the money, phone your brethren or your sister and have reason.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even if you have a conversation and she'll tell you, well, you need to go to the solicitors or something, that could be the straw now that break the back that where you can go where you need to go.
Of course. Yeah. And if
You
you don't,
understand?
a lot of times, a lot of people might go and they might disagree with one aspect of what the person is saying, or they might feel that, sure, that not gonna work. But then what it is that you've got to then try and bring something. If you feel it's not gonna work, then you have to have a certain amount of conviction to say that, you know what, I'm not going to be negative, but I'm going to actually make a suggestion.
Thank you.
If you feel that something, a lot of people will back away or throw something negative and walk away and leave it. But
That's
we're not
right.
looking for solutions, because I'm not, and Dougie and Brother Supreme there, we're not 100% right on everything we talk about all the time. So therefore, I am, me, myself, I welcome suggestion and solution.
That is my point. It's the
Yeah.
same thing like Jesse Jackson. Him have his point, Paul have his point, but it don't mean that one right and one wrong.
Yeah,
It means
yeah,
that
yeah.
all views can contend.
Yes, yes,
And
yes,
people will listen to Jesse Jackson and pick up sense from that.
yes.
And then they will listen to Paul and pick up sense from that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
put it together
Yes.
and deal with the puzzle so you can get a full picture of what's going on.
Of course. And that's the only way, Carl. You can't look on one man, he's not going to have all the solutions. Definitely
No,
not.
no. It's the same thing Supreme, the same thing all of them have been saying. We need a media organization. We need a health organization. We need a finance organization. And we need an army organization, because there's no point in planning and you can't protect what you plan.
Well, my brother, you're absolutely right, and I feel your reasoning. And you see, as Les Brown says, you can't see yourself if you're in the frame. You got to come out of the frame to see yourself, you know. And sometimes, you know what it comes down to, my brother? It's about listening.
Trust me.
It's about really listening. And what you got to identify, everybody's got a certain amount of potential, something to offer. It's like building a football team, right? And I think Ricardo did kind of allude us to earlier on that. Sometimes you realize that this boy has certain potential, you know. He's a striker. Because, you know, he's a striker. This man's a midfield man. This man's a defender. You build a team, but you put him in the best position.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? For example, I put a sniper for wash dishes. That's a foolish. That's a idiot. You defeat the objective. You see what I'm saying? Yes, some individuals are very analytical. So we do. You meant to do the paperwork. I mean, them work things out. Some people are very practical. Men get on with it, So you work. Right. You work as a team.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And that's what we need. We need to get the media to work with the financial team. We need to get the financial team to work with the security team. We need to get the security team to work with the communications team. And then the communication came to the health. We just need to get organized. But we are coming together. People are talking about we now do this, we now do that. We are talking about we now do that. When the time ready, we do what we have to do. Because we're not the type of people in our generation and to our ancestors to sit back and do nothing.
Yeah, and I think as well, again, a lot of the times, one of the things that I've kind of travelled about the place, and especially when I'm going to Europe, where if you look at our African communities in Europe, one of the things that I do notice is that in the UK, we're miles ahead of a lot of them.
Trust me.
And I believe that sometimes we focus a lot on what's happening in America, and we use that as a reference point, and then we judge ourselves based off that.
That's right.
And then there's a lot of times where America don't have all the solutions. They themselves is not as they're not as advanced as they may make themselves out to be.
That is, and here's a twist to the tale.
Yes.
You talk about Black Lives Matter, come up all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
No, we're not going to discuss who are run or who finance the Black movement.
Right.
Or we're not going to discuss their motives.
Yes.
But here's a twist in the tale. What happened to the Black Panther Party? Why didn't they run to the Black Panther Party?
Yeah.
Them now run to it because the Black Panther Party are look after themselves. Them now want nobody putting nothing in it that now belong to we.
Yes.
We ain't not getting no further. Don't panic because them sit and them are wait and them are watch. There's a whole heap of we that are sit and are wait and are watch.
Yeah,
and we do what we got to do on the outside.
Yes.
Because as my brother said, it's all about strategic moves.
Yes. It is.
That is what it's about. When we ready, when the call come, we will be on the front line.
Yeah.
When the call come, until that call come, we now move.
Yes, of course.
We are do what we have to do. Keep we eye open. Them that have ears to hear, let them hear.
Yeah.
So, me just want to say big up on yourself for all that we're doing. Because I don't think when I realize the extent of how much influence when I have on people, especially me. Me not have a call in every week, but me a tune in every week.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Give thanks, man. Yeah, man.
And for them people that sitting on at home now, watching TV, doing what them not supposed to be doing, why you not tune in on the tuning station and listen to the radio station?
All right. Yes, sir.
Facebook, you're on WhatsApp, you're on Snapchat, you're on Twitter. Well, go on. Is any of them going to teach you not anything? No.
Yes.
You have three brothers that take them time, stop what them do with them family, come on radio station to enlighten me, and what we now do?
Yeah.
When I sit down and watch EastEnders and this and that and all kind of foolishness and Big Brother House and all kind of foolishness when I sit down and I watch.
Yeah.
As Paul said, them that want to move will move.
Yeah.
And those of you that want to be left behind, I wish one of the best because me now we winner.
Yes, brother.
If we don't want to sit down and do nothing, good luck. May I tune into the radio, may I get some knowledge, and then may turn that knowledge into action.
Seen.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah,
so, may I leave winner, may I give thanks and praise for all of them. Not just winner, the technician, the people behind the scene, them that pay the money for the radio station to be there, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of them.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Yeah, man,
give
thanks.
thanks for winner.
Yes, sir.
Blessed and love all the time.
All right. Give
Blessed.
thanks. Blessing love. Yeah, I just want to say it's either you're part of the problem or you're part of the solution. A man who drives in the middle of the road,
It's a very dangerous person. You know?
What about the man who sits on the fence?
The man sits on the fence, comes push from both sides and shot from both sides.
Yeah,
You know? So,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, you have to be either part of the problem or you part of the solution.
Of course.
You know? So that's why it's about, you know what I mean? So, I mean, Ricardo, coming back to the whole thing about the Olympics.
Yes,
you
sir.
know? I mean, as you mentioned about Jamaica,
Yeah.
you know, who are the forefront there, term the sprints,
Yes.
the 100, the 200, and so
Yes.
forth, right? And I think Supreme did talk about, well, I'm going to say it, that was Supreme did mention it, but what is any people from here in the Great Britain who you see has got potential getting a gold medal in any kind of medal in the athletics or whatever? If you got your eye on or got, yeah.
I think definitely in the sprints, to be honest, without even being, I don't think Britain's got a chance really. I think if they get any young sprinters into the final, I think that would be a credit. But I really don't see them really getting further than a lot of the top sprinters.
Right.
Jessica Ennis again will be a front runner in terms of the heptathlon. Dina Asher Smith. In terms of the female sprints, she can definitely get a medal in the 100 or the 200. I think she'll be specialising in the 200, but I think her name is down for the 100 as well. So she can definitely do well in that.
Greetings.
Yes. Good evening. It's Paul again. I just want to make a contribution. I don't want to take it too far off point. You know, maximum respect to all the callers, what rang in, everybody, you know, because without the contributions, there's no show.
Yes, Paul. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Brother, I must say this to Dougie. One thing I want to mention, and I want to make it clear, it's not just the fact that I used to buy posters from you. One of the things when I was working in the office, you know, every month you get paid, but I just felt that I wanted to do a little bit more. One of the things people like yourself showed me was that, you know, it is possible to do something for yourself. I wanted to free myself from like the office regime, you know what I mean? And you were definitely part of that history, and to see that you're still there and you're still doing your thing. I've got to make it clear that, you know, it's people like yourself who can, I'd be willing to totally listen to you, because Carter G. Woodson, in his book, The Miseducation of the Negro, talks about the fact that a lot of black people, you know, they seek the careers, they seek the high-flying jobs, but they fail to do what all the other groups do and start from the ground.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, we don't have a financial base because we don't have the shops. We don't want to do the menial work, like open a sweet shop from 7 days a week. You know what I mean? So we don't really have that financial base. We want to go and work for the man and always be, you know. So Dougie, that's one of the things I like to share. But the other thing I'd like to say is this: look, one of the examples when I try and talk to young people is this. I personally think, this is my own opinion, is that the most successful thing we do as black people is the 100-meter sprint. And the reason why I say that is this, because in the 100-meter sprint, we totally, absolutely, without unequivocally dominate. Yeah? We dominate it. Nobody else can get a look in. Yeah. And we do that. And what I say is that the recipe or what it takes to get to that position is what we should be using every day in our life. Now, if we find that we everybody has legs, so everybody has the potential to run, but the problem is that you might have a disability or whatever, but that shouldn't exclude you from taking part in the race. The only thing, the problem with a 100-meter sprint is that we don't control it. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, we don't really control it, but we can use that as a template. I mean, the end of the day, for me personally, it's about getting past the finish line, and whoever gets past the finish line is the champion. But it doesn't mean to say that if you come second or third, that you're not a champion in your own right. Yeah, the mere fact that you've done the work and you've competed, you are a champion. So I'm saying that in our everyday life, we can use that as a template. Because I find that some of us, what we do, we get in this actor's mode. we act like we're the champion. We act like we're doing something. We act like we're participating when we're really not. We're just making a lot of excuses. So, you know, you've got a sports scientist there, and I just like to tie that in. That I think that, I mean, unless somebody can tell me that there's something else we do which is more successful than that, which we totally dominate, which no one else has a look in. You know, I think that is the thing. You know, and I think we should look at all. We should document it and look at. Break it down and look at how we achieve that and how we dominate it, and then apply that in everything we do.
I think what you've mentioned there about documenting the components of how we dominate 100 meters. You can. I think there are templates in terms of what do you have to do to create a conveyor belt of sprinters, and there is a template there, and there is an element of work that has to be done on the training field. You have to have the right physical specimen, of course, and then there is a whole set of individuals like myself who work off the field, and the backroom staff is important, as well as the actual athlete themselves. So that template is out there. There is a wider issue in terms of economics, finance, and resources and facilities. That was a particular issue, and there are some things that Jamaica have done to kind of like get around that. But I mean, we don't have enough time to kind of go into that fully. But one of the things I will say, if I can use Leicester City as an example, Leicester City sat down with their backroom team and the management and the owners of the club, and they said to themselves that, listen, we're not going to have the money to buy the players that Manchester City and Manchester United and Chelsea can buy. So what template are we going to put in place to try and win the Premiership? Now, they will even admit to themselves they never thought they was actually going to win it, and it's only until they was in. They believed that they could actually be in the top 6 and challenging, but they had to pinch themselves getting closer towards winning the tournament. And one of the things that they did say was that they had a template in place, and they made sure that, as Brother Dougie said, that you don't have a sniper washing dishes. So therefore, they had the perfect team in terms of the balance between all the players that they had. That's number one. And number two, the backroom staff, their team, their support team, coaching staff, and medical and sports science team, everybody knew their job. That's key. Every single person, without exception, knew exactly what they was going to do, and nobody had to give anybody any instructions. Monday morning, all 10 people would come into work, and the man who's doing the video analysis, boom, he's in the video room. The man who's doing the sports massage, he's on the massage table. The one who's doing the training and the fitness, he's on the training ground with the coaches. So it runs like clockwork. And when you've got something like that, then you've got a template recipe for success. And one of the problems is, I don't genuinely believe that collectively we've got that template where every man knows their rightful position.
Okay, Paul.
Yeah.
Because we've come to the last few minutes of the show, and the next presenter is here in the studio. So, Paul, I'm going to say thank you very much for calling in. I'm looking forward to next week when you're going to be calling in, you know. Now that I've met you face to face now, you know. We're reason and break bread, yeah?
Can I just say one quick thing, yeah?
Yes,
very
go
quick.
Ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, when I say the template, and I'm not specifically talking about building a team of sprinters. I mean it metaphorically.
That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
We understood what you meant.
We understood. So
okay,
that's why when I gave the example, in the same way that they've got, as a club, Leicester built that template, you can translate that to anything. So our problem is, if you say fighting racism is winning the Premiership, if you say that's the goal to aim for, you have to build your team. And you have to have your back. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you know, I'm gonna have to try and we've got
definitely, brother. I will be here again, and we can have the discussion at another time.
because we got some time challenges here, and
We need to link up.
yeah, man. We need to link up and have this discussion properly. Car is a good reasoning. Still,
okay,
definitely.
thank you very much, Paul. We're coming up to the last 2 minutes of the show, and we're just gonna say our thank yous and where you can find the Find Your Voice team and Ricardo yourself. We're going to say greetings to all those that, and thank you to all those that did ring in and send texts. 131. You want to talk? I want to talk. I'm very sorry. Apologies, but we'll have to leave it till next week. So, final words from yourselves.
Final words or where to find me?
Yeah, final words and where to find me.
Okay, final words. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So for the black community, it's not a 100-meter dash. This is a Mo Farad 10,000 meter. This is a steeplechase we are dealing with. So our struggle is not no 100-meter sprinting. Our struggle is a long distance run. So we have to plan for it in that way.
Okay then. The next Find Your Voice event is on the 27th of August 2016. That's Saturday. Find Your Voice in association with the Working Action Group, and the theme is building a community. Now I can't go through all the speakers there, but I'm just name a couple of them. We do have Brother Leah Mohammed, who many people are familiar with. Esther Stanford, right? You know, there's so many. I can't have time to go through them. And, you know, these individuals will be speaking about motivating us in terms of building a community. Now then, tickets are £5. Yeah, and if you want more information, this takes place at Parkview at the West Green Learning Centre, where we have events usually the last Saturday of each month. So for more information, number is 0788240371. I repeat, 0788240371, and the time is from 4 to 8.
Okay. Okay, I know, brother. They said quickly where to find. Okay, my number 0757-285-4152, and the Facebook page is Rockstone Bike Alley. Okay, for those who got that Facebook page, Rockstone Bike Alley.
Okay, it's been a good one. I'm hoping that everyone who tuned in today will stay locked to Conscious Radio. Stay blessed until next week. That's my final saying. After the break, we have Gilly G.
Because we are the big people now.
New from the UK's favourite international dancehall MC, Tipper Irie. The album, Living the Dream.
We're crowd of people you feel. It's like we're living in.
Tracks like Big People, Ebola featuring General Levy,
Well, we don't want it over here.
Big Jamaican Man with Sophia,
I am the Vinci.
Friends Will Say with Peter Hunningale, and the title track, Living the Dream. Tipper Irie, Living the Dream, the album, out now on Lockdown Productions. Available on CD from tipperirie.com, iTunes, Amazon, and all leading download portals.
Love to Love Promotions presents the After Work Experience every Wednesday at the All Nation Bar, 81 Broader Lane, Tottenham, N15 4DW. From 8 p.m. till late with free admission all night. You'll be entertained by Resident Sound, the Mighty Seven Warriors with Junior D, DJ Bluetris, and Ghetto Dan. Every first Wednesday is upfront vocal, bashment, revival, and much more with the Admiral and Chris Uptempo from Spice Radio 1. Every second Wednesday, DJs on rotation playing vinyl. Lady Shaz, Rasta Queen, Nkechi the Warrior Queen, and Mama Rashaki, the Rebel One. And on the third Wednesday, your DJs on rotation, DJ One from SLR Radio and DJ Mikey. And every last Wednesday, it's the up-and-coming crew. Dress code, after-work style, security nice and polite. Sponsored by All Nation Bar and SpiceRadio1.com. Love to Love Promotions, together as one.
On Thursday, 4th of August, Admiral and 7 Star Promotion presents Jamaica's 54th year ska and rocksteady independent star at the new Big People's Night Spot, All Nations Bar, 81 Broad Lane, Tottenham. N15 4DW. Doors from 7 till 2 with DJs playing strictly vinyl. Lady Shaz and Lady C, Admiral and Jesse James with a free raffle on the night. Admissions £5 before 10, more thereafter. Dress code, wear your colours, bring your flag. Security present and pleasant. For more information, call 07538 21135. Jamaica's 54th year ska rocksteady independent star. Thursday, 4th of August at the All Nations Bar, Broad Lane, Tottenham. Make sure you're there.
Mind, Body and Spirit presents The Magic of Sex. Bring a friend, partner, husband or wife to attend an enlightening event on the subject, the ancient art of tantric sex. Speaker, Dr. Mark Walcott. To be held at Brixton, the Caribou Centre, 7 Gresham Road, London, SW9, 7PH. Nearest underground, Brixton, on Sunday the 7th of August 2016. Doors open 3 p.m. Refreshments, food and entertainment, stores on site. Finishes at 8:30 p.m. Don't miss it. The magic of tantric sex.
For your ticket, call now on 07951 218 610 or 077 09667 440. And remember, call today. Don't delay.
How we used to do. It's time for another How We Used to Do. It's a happy birthday and happy independence. So this month, it's the double celebration. How We Used to Do celebrate Jamaica's 54th independence and our very own DJ Gilly G's big, huge, humongous birthday celebration on Saturday, 6th of August at the plush Zubby's Bar, 144 Holloway Road, N7 8DD. Join us for a night of nostalgia with the best in old school. Entertaining you this month will be the birthday boy himself, Gilly G. Ebony Showcase featuring DJ Levy and Mr. B, Big John, and this month's very special guest, Mikey G and H-Bomb from Lord Gellies. Doors open from 11 p.m. and we go on till we say when. Entry still a mere £5, so wear your colours and get some birthday cake and bring your party to our party. For more info and bookings, call HWUTD hotline 07572 060 884.
The greatest national revival dance on Saturday the 6th of August 2016 at the London Apollo Club, 375 High Road, Willesden, London, NW10 2JR, features music by selector Steve Wanlove featuring Sammy D, Chaplin, FX Sound and Cabbage Man. Do remember that the Apollo Club is the best location for birthday celebrations, and of course, Revive Music's biggest dance is on the first Saturday of each and every month. So make sure you don't miss the big one on Saturday the 6th of August.
Stay Green Promotion presents the Year to Year Jamaica 54th Independence Dance on Saturday 6th of August at the Tottenham Green Leisure Centre, Philip Lane, N15 4JA, from 10 till very late, with music by Quadraphonic Sound, Jamie Inting Magic, Boba and Luma Uno, Infinity UK, JB Crew and Daddy P. Tickets are £15 and you get a free ticket for the next dance on the 12th of November. Moving fast from James Truecare Barkingside, Body Music Tottenham, or call the hotline 07904 361393. Stay Green Promotion, Jamaica's 54th Independence Dance. Food on sale by Ace Catering. Sponsored by Venus, Offer License 102, West Green Road, Tottenham.
Calling all Jamaicans, British Jamaicans, Jamaicans, friends of Jamaica. City Promotion presents the Jamaican Independence Night Special. Come and celebrate with us on Saturday, the 6th of August at Bar 300, formerly the Soul Bar, 300 Ho Street, London E17, 9QD. Entertaining you at this special Independence Party with slow jams, the classics, Afrobeats, party soul, reggae, soca will be resident DJ Foxy, plus from My Soul Radio, Calvin Francis and special guest Jinx. Admission is £5 before 11 p.m, £10 after. Doors open 10 p.m. till dawn. Saturday, the 6th of August. Night Fever. The Jamaican Independence Party. Call 0208 223 0300.
Do you remember the afro, bell bottoms, high waistband, platform shoes, flares, midi and maxi dresses? Well, the Elegance and Glamour Affair proudly presents It's Back to the 70s. All over again, promising you a night of splendour, class with a charismatic and vivacious atmosphere for your musical pleasure and entertainment. Saturday, 13th of August at the Grand Palace Banqueting Suite, 242 High Road Wood Green, London N22, 8JX. You'll be entertained by the sensational Robbo Ranks, Mr. B, the Mighty Undertaker and Tommy J. Tickets £15 available from all the DJs and Royal Caribbean Restaurant, 42 to 44 Sterling Way, N18 2XZ, or go to www.eleganceandglamouraffair.co.uk. There will be a surprise raffle that will surprise you and a bottle of champagne for the best male or female in 70s outfit. Email eleganceandglamouraffair@gmail.com. This is a ticket-only event, so please get yours early. Dress code: elegance gents and glamorous ladies in 70s attire. Not compulsory, but would be nice. Doors open 10 p.m. till 4 a.m. Absolutely no jeans, trainers, baseball caps or any streetwear allowed. Call Papa George on 07534 576 385 for more info on tickets.
Julian Juju Marley announces his first ever UK tour.
Oh yeah.
Son of Bob Marley, Julian Marley performs all his hits live with full band.
A bunch of herb they buy me beds.
Bone Draw, Systems and Let Me Go, with support from Jamaican roots artist Iba Ma. Julian Juju Marley and Iba Ma live at the Scala, London, Sunday the 21st of August. Tickets are available online at ticketweb.co.uk. Julian Juju Marley and Iba Ma August UK tour, brought to you by Punch Touring. The original club Zouk is back. It's Dress Up Friday at London's most original Creole cultured club. The last Friday of every month at the Royal Lounge, 397 High Road, Wembley, HA9 6AA. With your DJs Mickey Afri, Pato Zouk Experience, Val VJ, Mr. Fix It, Benjamin Lloyd, plus guest DJs on rotation. Music policy on the night: Zouk, Soca, Soca, Booyah, Afrobeats, Compa, Cadence, Reggae and more. The dress code is smart. No hats, no jeans or sportswear please. Men in shirt, pants and shoes. Ladies dressed to impress. Guest tickets are available from iwanttickets.com. Price at £8. Standard tickets are £10. Remember, it's more on the door. For tickets and more information, call 0208 900 0119 or 07961 753 359.
Make Love to Me. Make Love to Me. Make Love to Me is back with Part 5, the private edition, where we celebrate Audrey Scott, Christine Natty King and Chaplin's massive triple birthday with UK's finest award-winning DJs, the JB Crew, Jemmy Magic, The System, Buppy C, Queen Rankin Merthyr, Mellow Bostic, Equation Roadshow and Countryman from Birmingham at the luxurious Royal Lounge. Saturday, 27th of August. Free Caribbean buffet provided. More info to follow soon.
London, get ready for the main Jamaican Independence Celebration event. 2 glorious nights of the best lovers rock music featuring light and living colour, Mr. Veris Hammond. Veris Hammond live with our very own Maxi Priest. And the Queens of Lovers Rock, Janet Kay and Carol Thompson. Sunday 7th of August, a sure sellout at the O2 Forum, Kentish Town from 6 till midnight with a full lineup of Veris, Maxi, Janet and Carol. And Sunday 14th of August, another guaranteed full house at the O2 Shepherd's Bush Empire from 7 till midnight with Veris, Carol and Janet only. Ticket selling fast for both venues from ticketweb.co.uk and usual agents. The Jamaican Independence Celebrations with Veris Hammond, Sunday the 7th and 14th of August. Be there or be nowhere. This could be the biggest carnival event of all time. Love Life. Love Life. Bank Holiday Friday, 26th of August at the Showcase Lounge, Harrow Leisure Centre, Christchurch Avenue, Harrow, HA35BD from 10 till 5 a.m. Featuring live from New York, King Addies.
Is New York, here comes Addies.
The Mighty Saxon Studio. Shawnee Bay. And from Italy, iSheds. Plus 5th Avenue, Studio Express, Rubber Ranks, Galflex, Saxon Motion, and Ebony Showcase. Early bird tickets £25, standard tickets £30 plus booking fee from skiddle.com and shoop.com, or call 07398 533 046. Love Life. Carnival Bank Holiday Friday at Harrow Leisure Centre. 100% juggling, 100% niceness, 100% vibes.
Plastic City. To celebrate the brand new release of Plastic City by Sister Nafi and the Next Generation, there will be an album launch party at All Nations Bar, 81 Broad Lane, Tottenham, N15 4DW, the 1st of September 2016. Doors open at 7 p.m. with special guests Danny Red, Ras Rudy Gad, Trilla Jenna, Jessica Zefalana, and Mandy Singer. You'll be entertained by DJs on the night, Stevie Marshall and Joe Uprising from Concious FM. Plastic City, the launch party. Check it. Roots and culture at its best. Sister Nafi and the Next Generation. All Nations Bar, Tottenham. The first